consider. It's not just about that buyout number. You know, other towns have withdrawn because they were looking at stronger academics and they were willing to pay more for that. So we can't just say, well, here's a number, Sandown, do you like it? Do you want to stay or leave?
Well,
I mean, we need to do more of the education piece, we need to do more of the impact, we need to do more of everything to get a better assessment of whether it's feasible or suitable.
So I think it was Jack and John and Jason.
So I don't think, I don't think our willingness to get together or our desire to get together with the board of selectmen and saying that was to say, here's the number, up or down. I think it was like, can you do this? Is this something you want to continue to be pursued? And I would agree with you, because I said it earlier, it's the whole package, and I question whether we should go there without having that, but it may be such a mountain to climb that they may say, sorry, our residents don't want it.
I mean, the alternative is that we make that decision for the town of Sandown, and we say, this is feasible and suitable for you. You can pay this amount. We will create your plan. We'll submit it to the DOE. They approve it, and then the other 3 towns will be looking at a windfall of money, and it goes to those 3 towns to vote on in March. So, I mean, that's the alternative. So what I'm saying is we should check in with the selectmen and say, do you want this to continue or do you not want this to continue? And this is where we're starting.
And that's the question. It's not an ultimatum.
No.
It's sort of like we're done with the preliminary financials, and it's a pretty big number, and we're checking in with you. Is this something you want us to continue on, knowing that this will be part of the buyout? And that's what it really is all about.
I wouldn't be looking for them to make a decision, it's more of a check.
It's a courtesy, and
You want us to continue or not?
So the operating assessment to Sandown was in, this is going back to the previous question. For the 14-15 school year, which is the most recent in the annual report, is $15 million. Education aid was just short of 4.4. So the town of Sandown had to come up with $11,140,000. So I said, Jack, John's all set, Jason.
I just want to be very clear, and this is directly to Cindy's point and to what John had mentioned earlier about at some point there needs to be a discussion about the educational opportunities and the impact on students. I agree. It sounds nice also, and it's a nice thing to say. Let's be clear why we're here. And I've had 2 years of school budget committee experience. I can't tell you how many hours, and I know others have as well, how many hours I have given to school board meetings where I've never been a member of the committee. And in the years that I've been involved, the discussion coming out of the town of Sandown, or perhaps the loudest discussion, and why we're all here today, is not because Timberlane has a crummy academic program, or it can be much better than it is, or is subpar, and we're looking elsewhere to try and find a school district that gives us better educational opportunities in Timberlane. That's not been the discussion. That's not been the theme. So let's not pretend or make it sound nice that we're talking about issues of educational opportunities when in reality the noise or the amount of discussion over the last couple of years has been strictly dull. And that's what led us to where we are.
Everything I hear out of my constituents in Sandown have been do more with less. We're willing to pay more for better. No one has come up to me and said, I am willing to pay more in my taxes to go to another school. They've all come to me and said, I'm concerned about my taxes, but I want them to go down. I don't want to pay as much.
So what is the school district doing? Is Timberlane doing?
I'm just saying what I've heard. It's not been people saying we'd be okay
But
with
you're on the
paying a
school
lot more.
board. But you're on the school board.
Hold on, Cindy, please. Cindy,
I do.
please. Let's stick to what we're talking about.
That has a lot to do with why we're here.
Sure, but you're now veering away from that, and I want to stay on course here. All right, so the next step, I think, is to contact the Board of Selectmen in Sandown. Does everyone agree? Kim?
I don't know if it's really necessary to have our entire, and I'll defer to Cindy on this, just coming from a selectman point of view, is I don't know if it's necessary to have this whole committee meet with their whole board. If you feel like you can present, I mean, if it were me, if I were in your position, I would say, I'm fine, I'm gonna take this back to my board and present it. So maybe we should ask Sandown Selectman whether or not she feels
Well, I mean,
comfortable rather than get the whole
Honestly,
board.
yeah, my intent behind doing that was to come together, the two groups, and have a conversation about it, as opposed to us being separate and throwing barbs. I'd like for us to come together, honestly, and that's the intent behind what I want to do. I really do.
I think that's a good idea.
I agree. I let them look at the numbers. If they choose to hire their own legal team to investigate the numbers and look for things that we may have done in error, let that happen, and then let's get together and have a discussion about it.
And I